Good morning and welcome to London. Well, our office isn't quite as big as Buckingham Palace, but welcome to Award House. It's good to get the cycle helmet and coat off anyway. And it's great to have the opportunity to speak to you today from London. I was last in your beautiful country in 2015 with a group of Gold Award participants from New Zealand. It was my fourth visit to Nepal, and once again I fell head over heels with the country. The award was just beginning to grow in Nepal when I visited last, so it's exciting now to learn just how many of you there are at this conference. I'm just really sorry that I can't be with you personally. The award is growing all over the world. We operate in more than 130 countries and territories, helping inspire young people to dream big, celebrate their achievements, and make a difference. There are currently more than 1.3 million young people aged between 14 and 24 using their participation in the award to discover their purpose, passion, and place in the world. We're not limited by boundaries. All these young people are currently completing their own unique programme via hundreds of thousands of youth-focused partners and operators. These include schools, youth organisations, examination boards, prisons. In fact, anywhere that young people might gather, they can do the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award. We've got more than 60 years of experience and we're just getting started. Our ambition is to make the award accessible to every 14 to 24-year-old around the world, regardless of ability, experience or culture. That's why I'm so excited by what's happening now in Nepal and why I'm so excited that this conference is happening today. I have the best job in the world. I not only get to meet amazing young people and volunteers like you, but I also get the opportunity to spend time with heads of state, ministers of education and ministers for youth in countries on every continent. And I have to tell you that there's something amazing going on in the world of education and youth work. Politicians and employers are waking up to two truths that teachers and youth workers have known for years. These are two truths that I want to make the focus of what I'm going to say to you today. So here they are. Firstly, that not all learning goes on in the classroom. And secondly, that volunteering and service to the community are very, very important. Let me deal with the question of learning first. There are 1.8 billion young people aged between 14 and 24 in the world today. There have never been more young people of this age group alive in history. Though it's true that fast-paced developments in technology mean the world has never been smaller or more accessible, it's also become more increasingly unstable, uncertain, and often insecure. As today's young people set out to find their place in the world, they face a broad range of challenges. They're bombarded by information, expectation, and uncertainty, and are growing up with complexities and challenges that were unseen by previous generations. Whenever I travel around the world, I find myself having the same conversation. There's something wrong with the education system, people tell me. Young people are leaving school with great academic qualifications, but they're just not ready for the workplace. They don't understand how to work in teams, the importance of punctuality, the need to keep going when life gets tough. They give up too easily. Those people who talk to me are right. A first-class academic education is essential, but it's only half the story of what a young person needs to equip themselves for life. Not only do they need a good formal education, they need a great non-formal education as well. Non-formal education is what goes on outside the classroom. Sport and physical recreation, community service, adventurous activity, and the development of new skills. Non-formal education helps young people to develop the qualities of perseverance, grit, curiosity, optimism, and self-control. Economists might describe these qualities as non-cognitive. Psychologists might call them personality traits. To the rest of us, they're just known as character. And the development of character is the business of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award. We help equip young people for work and life. Equipping young people with skills and confidence and helping them to find their own potential has never been so important. This makes a difference not only to them, but to the communities in which they live. Now, on to the issue of volunteering and why it's so important. The award depends for its success on people like you. So I want to thank you now for the commitment you're making or are thinking of making in volunteering your time and talent to the betterment of young people. I think volunteering is a central, indispensable part of the fabric of civil society. It's something that needs to be encouraged and embedded in society. Government alone cannot make the difference. We all need to realise the role volunteering can play and the role we can have in driving this forward. The benefits of increased volunteering within communities are there for all to see, whether that's you that's volunteering or young award participants doing their service section. You are opening young people's eyes to what they might be able to achieve. Through their service section, your participants are helping communities and organisations to develop and deliver on their promises. Through volunteering, trust is formed between individuals and communities, and a sense of integration begins to appear. Volunteering can provide all individuals with the necessary skills and opportunities to create the best advantage in life. As a volunteer with the award, you have the ability to inspire young people to develop their attitudes, behaviours and perceptions, igniting that spark in a young person that will start them off on a journey lasting the rest of their lives. Young people need role models and mentors. It's vitally important that we see the potential that exists in young people as the employees, employers and leaders of the future. The award has a history of training and supporting volunteers effectively, building up a successful infrastructure that offers the support needed to ensure everybody benefits. The award in Nepal is creating a national movement of volunteers who are committed to the one central cause of supporting young people in their development. Not only do the young people gain a role model, a mentor, and then an advisor, but volunteering stimulates your own personal and professional development. There are a lot of myths that surround volunteering and therefore put people off getting involved. I've no time. Studying and earning money is more important and it won't benefit me, therefore why should I do it? They're just a few of the concerns I've heard on my travels. However, volunteering just a few hours every week or even every fortnight can make a difference to your community. It doesn't have to be a big time commitment and the results are guaranteed to make those few hours immeasurably rewarding. It's also been shown that the skills and experience gained from volunteering will make you more employable. I'm often asked by leaders, what makes a good volunteer? So a couple of years ago, I got a group of 14-year-olds to tell me what they looked for in an adult that was supporting them. There's nothing particularly surprising in the list they came up with, but nevertheless, I do think it's a great list. Here's what they wanted. Someone who'll be completely fair and consistent in insisting activities are run completely to the agreed rules. Someone who cares about them and their friends, has no favourites, and has the highest expectations of them. Someone who isn't afraid to say, I don't know, but who's prepared to find out new things and help them to do the same. Someone who has integrity, with whom they know they will be safe, who won't try to be someone that they're not. Someone who encourages and makes use of young people's ideas, but also has ideas of their own that help to stretch young people's experiences and encourage them to grow physically, intellectually and socially. Someone who sets boundaries, explains why they're setting them, and then rigorously insists on those boundaries being respected. Someone who isn't afraid to tell young people off when they're badly behaved, but who always strives to praise and encourage them. Someone who relishes life's adventures, recognises that everyone gets nervous, and uses their personality to help the loudest and the most nervous to recognise each other's qualities. I think that's a pretty brilliant list. It can be summed up, I reckon, in the words that Shakespeare wrote. This, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Thank you once again for giving the award your time and your talent. You truly are part of a worldwide educational revolution as we help others to see just how important learning outside the confines of the classroom can be. You're changing lives for the better, and I can't think of a more important thing to do with your time and energies than that. I hope the rest of your conference goes brilliantly today, and that in the future you'll work tirelessly to help every young person with whom you come into contact reach their amazing potential. Have a great day.